Salute the flag, open the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You want to answer the minutes?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion approval.
Second.
Okay, at this time we have an executive session. So I asked everybody to leave except for Bob.
Hey, next time you guys gotta go outside.
That is only fair.
We'll wait here.
That's funny. So what do you do next, Ronnie?
Well, somebody's got to make a
Make
motion.
the motion.
Don't want to.
I'll make the motion. We'll have to lay Bob off so we can pursue to hire somebody. Here a second.
I second it.
Talk to Bob, he knows. He'll carry his insurance till 1st of October.
Layoff is effective when?
October.
October 1?
Any way to do it so he can keep his insurance?
No any other way to do it because we don't have the money to pay another person.
Understandable.
We all agreed on this too, Bob. It wasn't, I just didn't say anything.
No, I told you.
It wasn't easy for any of us.
You do what you gotta do. I'm trying, but
Anybody else under the visitors public comment? Anybody else have anything to say?
Just about this matter, right?
No, anything.
Oh.
John?
Oh, I just saw my son's name on an agenda today, so I'm just wondering what's up and, what's the bylaw, what's the
Get there.
rules, and yeah, that's all I care about.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Do you want to stick around for the rest of the meeting or?
Me?
I'd rather go home Now we'll let you guys go and I'm gonna get going.
Alright,
Alright?
Good
okay.
luck, Bob.
Oh, I need all the luck I can.
You always have had. You always have had. Take care, dude.
Yeah, see you later,
See
dude.
you later. I'll be calling you.
Yeah, I'll still try to keep in touch with you.
Okay.
See what things are going. I know he'll call me once in a while. And
Yep.
I told him I'll let him know if he has a problem or whatever. I can come in and show him or whatever. Alrighty?
Okay. Thanks.
Alright, well, thanks,
Thank
guys.
See you later.
Yeah.
On the visitor stuff, I was wondering if you guys are gonna replace the flag out there?
Yeah, that needs replaced.
Yeah,
We need to do it before election.
yeah, well, I get
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
We ought to do it for election.
Okay. And just so you know, you didn't actually vote on that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it's gotta get a aye or nay for that.
I made the motion, you seconded it. I vote yes,
Yes.
What's the effective date?
October 1st.
Gotcha.
But in the meantime, we'll advertise and do what we need to do to get an employee.
Motion carried.
That's the only public comment right now.
Okay, what's this municipal bid results? That's what's next.
Yes. Reserve was not met. Reserve was $20,000. Let me get there. Internet doesn't want to be. So the last bid was 10,200, and that was right before the bid went off. So the reserve was not met, so we can contact the last seller and sell it for 10,200 because it was on municipal bid, or we can negotiate private sale. What would we like to do?
Who was the last bidder?
I have no idea.
No idea.
They don't tell me that.
How far away or anything.
Or do we want to relist it with a lower reserve?
If you don't mind, how much do you have into it from Watson's over like last year?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, I can get those numbers, but off the top of my head, I have no idea.
We got license and insurance and all that stuff to pay out of this, like. I don't know, what do you think? It's hard to get parts for it. That's maybe
I
one
think
thing.
maybe I'll just let it go if we get that out of it.
Keep using it, something else seriously goes
I
around.
bought it 2001. It's lasted 23 years.
And we spent money on it, box or two, painted it.
Second box, had it painted. Air tank, what else we got? Fuel tank?
Fuel tank, they had to make one, remember, because you couldn't buy one. I say let it go.
Let it go for the, contact the last bidder
Yeah.
for the 10-2. Then Ferguson motion,
Yeah, that's a motion.
Second.
okay.
Motion carried. Tax collector report.
$1,048.59 for real estate taxes collected. So, a little notation with the liquid fuels balance. So, I did bad math. It happens. So when I asked to transfer $150,000 from liquid fuels to general fund to offset the money for material, then I said that the Vestal monies was taken out. Technically it wasn't, because the balance that I was using to do all that math was the July balance, not the true balance. So the true balance is the $34,000. So to pay Sioux Coat, we need to take money out of impact, which we're gonna have to do anyway because I goofed up again.
Yeah. 3 times and you're done.
Promise?
Stop being given.
Instead of putting the money into the general fund to pay the loan, I put it right into the sinking fund, which is a no-no. So it would be a finding on the audit anyway, so we would have to do it.
So you gotta draw it out of the sinking fund, put it back in, general fund?
Well, there's no money in the sinking fund to do that.
Well.
Because putting money in the sinking fund goes right directly to pay the loan.
Alright,
So that comes from the general fund. So I would have to take money from the impact fund and put it into the general fund to put it in the sinking fund, to then take it out of the sinking fund to put it into the liquid fuels fund. But if I just take it out of impact money and put it in the liquid fuels money, then that solves the problem,
okay,
fixes it.
alright,
And then I can pay Sioux Coat out of liquid fuels, like we were
okay.
supposed to anyway.
You got anything to report, Brett?
Yeah, just everything going good. We got all the oil shipping done. I think that turned out
The
good.
best job we've ever had.
It looks good, thanks. The cinders are out here now, and we're good with that. And putting it on the Breeze Road, getting that before the buses now.
No, the bus route, huh?
Yep, and I got a little bit I gotta do up on Pine Swamp from the rain we had Thursday night that I found this morning when I was up here, but I'll go do that in the morning. But
Did I tell you she's turning around down at the Minnequaw Park?
yep, you did tell me that, so I gotta plow that out, and I went and looked at that too to see which, I guess it's gonna be easy to plow that coming back out, but it doesn't matter, I'm way done before she gets there anyhow.
Another thing too, I talked to Sherman Wilcox, lives up on Barnes Hill,
Yep,
and he said if you bring up a small bucket of gravel and dump it there somewhere, he'd take care of all the potholes, anything that was needed to be done.
so,
Where's that at?
Barnes Hill,
No,
not a lot of
Pine
traffic.
Swamp.
or Pine Swamp.
yeah, Pine Swamp, yep.
He said he would take care of that if we wanted to. He said that was just an idea. He's got a tractor with a loader on it.
I was up, there's like 3, I was there this morning, cause there was one has been there for a long time, but I got 2 new ones that are coming, but yeah, if they, what do you say we want to dump it just long?
No, you have to get a hold of him, or he can get a
I'll
hold of
just
you.
stop up and see, but if you don't, it saves me a lot of
It
messing
wouldn't
around.
take a whole lot up there. Half a bucket probably.
Right, that road stays good because it don't get much traffic,
Yeah.
so,
That would save going up there all the time.
you
Said Sherm would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I guess everything good. I think it's good anyhow. I'm happy with it.
How come she's coming across Reed?
Well, she's, I don't know, it's a complicated thing. She gotta go up, Dresty, up to Ayers and turn around and come all the way back and go down Sealy, and then down Breeze because there's only those two girls there in Fred Sealy's old house. And then she's gotta go down Breeze and go down Ayers Road and pick up Zoe Payne and then into Alba. If it weren't for those two girls, she could go right across Ayers Road and down over the hill.
They're my granddaughters, be careful.
We discussed putting them on a van. There is a van that goes up there, but they didn't have enough room for them, so. Cause Dolly's leaving at like 20 minutes to 7, yeah.
I know she's going early.
She's going early, so.
So what happened to Charlie's route? Dolly's got that now?
Yeah,
What's he driving?
he's on bus 1,
Oh, he's doing one.
yeah. I didn't have a driver, so I went into school week before school started and said, listen, we gotta do something, I don't have a driver. Believe me, it was hell for the whole week trying to come up with a plan. Luckily, I got to keep all the kids on my buses, so all but 3, the Fitzwater kids are riding 18.
Okay.
So the door lock is still having issues.
Why don't we get keyless entry? One of them things you push a key,
Yep.
there are buttons and go in there.
That's
And
fine with me, I don't care.
we wouldn't really need it on both doors. Well,
Just, leave the key on the other door, cause the other door still works easily. It's just everybody too lazy to walk clear to that end and all the way back through, I
You know
guess.
where Rich lives? Rich Bartle?
No, I don't.
I don't know the number. His house number, I don't know the house number. Lives on Lycoming Street,
Okay.
and it's, I don't know the number.
didn't he tell us that day if you're gonna go with a keyless entry, you gotta go to the locksmith here?
She was squawking something about that, yeah, which I didn't understand why, but it would, if a keyless one would be, I mean, they're still gonna wear out, I think, probably just like, but I wouldn't think they would wear out as quick as what a key one does. That's only a couple of 2, 3 years old or whatever. And
Yeah.
you fight with it like crazy now.
You shouldn't need a locksmith. If you could replace it normally, you shouldn't need a locksmith just for keyless.
I don't know. I can figure out where he lives, and he told us that day that he was gonna already have somebody dealing with it.
Yeah. Called the guy right up. He called us back, said they're gonna get it ordered.
But that's been at least a month and a half, 2 months.
That's for keyless?
No, that was gonna put a whole new guts in it.
Oh,
It'd
Right.
be the same key, right?
Yep, same key, just gonna
Because
put.
they're all programmed there. That one's, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it was gonna be.
I wasn't happy that day. If it had been a window, I probably smashed it out because I was so mad.
Yep, he
So
said.
you did call Bardo, and he was gonna have the guy come
He
up.
came
and-
here. He came here. Brett came. We had all kinds of people.
Mhm.
And what was it? You wiggled it one time, it popped right out there.
Yep.
Oh, then you put the key in there. Well, we didn't really want to put it in there again because we didn't want to stand around.
Yeah. It's a pain now. I mean, we need to do something, or we're gonna all be using the other door.
but the one on the other end.
You can get in and out that one with no trouble. That one opening locks and you get your key back out and had no problem with that one. But this one here is definitely gonna, sometime you're gonna get a key in it to get in and not get the key back out because it's gonna have you so mad you pull it out pliers, break it off in there. What's gonna happen? And I sprayed grease in it, I put
I did
everything,
too.
it don't, it's just shot.
Okay.
But if we get a hold of him and anything's better, nothing but a push button would be nice.
Yeah, be simpler.
Did anybody contact somebody to look at the heating system?
No,
Yeah.
you want me to, or you want to? Or somebody I would get Ambas or
Get
something.
Kevin Adma. Kevin Adma.
Kevin Edmund,
You know
that's
where
the
it
guy up
Somebody
there.
needs
is? Stuff up beyond Alba there.
Yep,
but nobody had yet.
So,
write that down. His first name is Kevin, you said, right?
something's not right. Now, Scott Inman told me that
Thanks.
when Watson's first building they built has hanging heaters in them.
Right.
You see them. But when they built the other building, they put the heat in the floor, and he said he couldn't see any difference. But when he built his garage, he just hung heaters up.
Did he? Yeah.
Now Frank Jennings makes out good with his.
Yeah. I like mine, but just must be some work and some don't for some reason, you know what I mean? I think in here if we had like 3 or 4 good fans would make a difference too, because
Move it around.
the ceiling is so high. If we put fans up here, run slow, blow it back down, I think would make a difference.
We had a mild winter too.
We did, yeah.
Okay, what's next on the agenda here? Old business?
Plow.
Oh, we're past that now.
Plow.
Watson gave me an estimate for the new snowplow, $14,821.95.
Is
the old plow worth anything? You know?
I've asked them, they won't tell me a definite yes or no that it, they said, yeah, that they can sell it for us and it will sell, but it's going to have to be a place that uses on blacktops, you know, a 4-lane, such something down south or Pocono ways or something like that. But I can't get any kind of number out of it and what it's, he said, yeah, it has value, but that's all that I can get on it. I can't get.
You said this one here digs up the road?
It digs up bad, you know. It just, the way it's designed, instead of tripping over, it pushes back. And
Supposed to kick back, that doesn't kick.
it doesn't trip, and once it stabs once, and that just bounces, and it just makes washboard and digs in, and it's heavy. You can't, you know,
But
the
that's
end of
something
it.
that Bob liked.
That's what Bob would want.
Right. The end of it is real high. You can't see over the plow in front of it. It's a great big gaudy plow that has a good place for some places, but I certainly
get something then and then try to sell the other one.
don't want to give up my plow and have to use that one.
Wonder if we could put that other plow into this a bit.
They did say that at Watson's to put it on there because the people would see it where it can be used.
And this new plow would fit right on the truck.
It should be exact same plow
Same hookup.
is what I have. It'll go right on. The only thing, what's his name up there, kept saying, well, we had to modify the front of Bob's truck to hook to his plow. And we did. We had to weld an extension onto his hoist because it would not pick his plow off the ground when the hoist was short. So, but all that, we just take it off and put the other one back on, and we weld it on. It's not a big deal. And it'll hook right on. The quick hitch is the same, the hoses, and then it'll have adjustable shoes so you can carry it, and it'll trip over frontwards, and it's exactly like the one that I have.
Sounds like a good idea, I think.
Everything else.
Do you need a motion to get the plow or
Well,
what do you want to do?
Can we wait on it?
want to wait on the plow a little bit. See if it can sell it.
Sell the other one?
So that one,
Sell the other before we buy another one. Only put it on this for bids. Got any specs on it?
there's a tag on, I can get them. I don't have them now, but I can get them. I know it's 11 foot. It's a Monroe, and that's about all that I know without looking at it. It's a big heavy, there is a name on it.
Get it on there as soon as we can, and we'll have that much money to put towards the other one.
I mean, it looks brand new, and, you know, you take pictures or put on there or whatever. It doesn't.
Garage heater. We're gonna get a hold of him on that.
Somebody's gonna get a cut.
Look at the system that we have now, and then if it's, is that what we just decided to have Abby come?
Have a look at it. See what it suggests. Okay, anything else we got?
You guys have signed up for
I know you signed us up.
dirt and gravel.
What time did that start?
9 o'clock, I think.
9?
Sarah. junkyard ordinances and junkyards. I've gotten calls and emails and questions about compliances of Tom A's and then the other businesses that has cars around. Sam's Place has been asked about. Richter's Garage and Randy Baker's are the ones that have been noticed. Tom's is the only one that has a permit for a junkyard. Whether he's been in compliance,
He has been, but,
has anybody really checked?
oh,
His neighbors have asked.
yeah, I'm sure they have.
Well, I was down there today, but I didn't see him. He wasn't, I don't think he's in the garage yet when I stopped. I'll get down and see what he wants to do about it.
Because we failed on that.
Well,
Or I'll call him.
we don't make anybody else clean up. Send them letters and don't ever get done. So,
Well, within the ordinance that we have for his permitting, it's supposed to be quarterly inspections. I know I have not done quarterly
I've been over there, I
inspection.
didn't, I was up there yeah, I know he's got stuff outside the fence.
Well, then that's not supposed to be outside the fence.
But I know probably the neighbor that's complaining, so,
Probably not the one you're thinking of,
yeah,
but anyway.
I'm sure it is.
The last time he sent payment was $200 a year. And the last time he sent a payment was 2020. So, which probably should not happen again.
Well, how much do they send?
$1,000.
$1,000 for 5 years? It's $200 a year.
Right. So he's due for payment.
What year? When did he send money last?
2020,
So
but he did not send a payment in 2019.
and so he's due.
He's due. But he probably should not pay a bulk payment without having one of us inspect and following the ordinance, which we failed to do. So that's on all of us.
Yeah.
And I know around Richter's,
I got a letter on that. Somebody sent me an anonymous letter. Didn't sign it, so I threw it away.
that when they lived on McFadden Road, that there was an issue of cars in the hedgerow. And then they moved down to East Canton Crossroads. There's an issue where they have the cars down on East Canton Crossroads. They wouldn't be able to have a permit because it is too close to the creek, whatever,
Yeah.
however you want to pronounce that word. And it could become an issue being out of control with Sam. How many cars does he have around?
6.
Okay. Potentially.
I guess that was my question was, what's the ordinance? What's the amount?
One.
Believe me, I've
okay.
been complaining to him more than you guys have,
Okay.
or whoever called, about getting his junk cleaned up.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
We've had issues with other properties and sending letters and not getting anything accomplished.
yeah, I mean,
But
'cause
it's
I could
one
sit here
unlike
just
the-
off the top of my head and name 4 or 5 other places. I mean, hell, even
Yeah.
Mark's got buses sitting along the road.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't think we want to nitpick everybody though.
Right.
But I agree, my house doesn't look great right now. And I put a lot of money into it so it did look good.
Right.
And he's gonna clean it up, so, but I just didn't know, those are all personal cars. He's a truck addict, and how many is he allowed to have there?
One.
2, I thought it was 2 unregistered.
There's,
I believe it's 2 unlicensed,
Right.
Licensed.
uninspected
And that
motor
is,
vehicles.
I mean, I put a $15,000 fence in, so if he moves them out back of the garage where they can't be seen from the road, is that okay?
Well, that's what would be required of someone who has a license. They have to have their junkyard fenced, and even greenery to block the view.
Like I said, it's not
If
my
you've got a
intention to have a junkyard there.
right,
This is just personal vehicles that he's working on slowly. Way too slowly.
Well, like you said, there's plenty of places around the township. You could drive around, spend the whole week driving around, finding stuff that people have
and
laying around. And then figure it out-
letters at one point or another.
Well, look at down
Some-
there by Ace, we got a letter here sent to her. No, I don't.
So what is the ordinance? You said 2 cars is all you're allowed to have?
2 unregistered.
And that's
Without
where
a
it can be
license.
seen, or?
Oh, that doesn't, I don't think it matters whether you can be seen or not. That doesn't matter
It's
there.
really restrictive.
Listen, guys. I didn't pay
That's just the ordinance that we've always had.
$300,000 for a house with a giant garage in it to not be able to have a couple cars sitting out there. That's way restrictive.
Well, that's what it's always been though. That's not something we did. That was done before we came.
No, I understand that.
It's not like we're,
I wrote the ordinance.
oh, you did? So
I
it's his
don't,
fault.
I don't think there'll ever be any garage around here, which we aren't even an operating garage. Like I said, those are all his personal vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, but, I don't think there's any garage around that is gonna ever be in some kind of compliance with just 2 vehicles. I mean,
Right.
let's go to every garage in the township. I can guarantee you there's more than 2 cars sitting there.
Probably 80% of the farms.
Oh, yeah, I mean, let's talk about farm equipment and junk
Yeah, you
and
start going after too many people on it.
A lot of junk around.
A lot of
that's
people showing up.
what I'm saying. I mean, I wanna clean up my property. I've been bitching on him for months now. He's got into scrapping, so now that's added a whole nother level
Well,
to
he's
his
working
crap.
all right.
Well, he's doing something, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And,
good.
He's soon gonna be going out truck driving. He just got his CDL, so I told him, you gotta get this cleaned up before that, or I'll clean it up for you, and you're not gonna like how that goes, you know, so. Okay. I do think at some point you gotta
I'm sorry?
I do think at some point you probably should redo that ordinance. I mean, 2 vehicles is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, and that's something else that, I mean, a $200 annual permit fee, I mean, is that realistic anymore? I mean,
I think I wrote that ordinance in
Back in the 80s.
the 80s, yeah.
Should cover the cost of whatever it costs the township to enforce it.
well, it's more than $200.
Yeah.
Back in the
84.
80s, when that first came on.
Yeah, back in the 80s, you could
80s.
hire a lawyer for $125 an hour.
1984.
Yeah,
It says ordinance 84-1, right?
That's
okay.
it.
I have it online as well. I'll send you.
Is there, yeah, great, I'd like to just have a copy of it.
It's not well organized online, but I have it on
Okay.
here.
Oh, look at that. Thank you very much, dear.
I still touch paper. So, I mean, to look at, like, changing the wordage a little bit and raising the permit fee of, to have one, to enforce it, we need to look at it, I think. Just to revisit that one.
Well, I think I have a pretty good idea what we want, but yeah.
Pardon me?
We do have a pretty good idea what we need to do this.
Yeah, we,
Rewrite it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You need more money for the fee,
yeah,
okay. But what about the number of unlicensed and unregistered motor vehicles? 2 or more is permitted. Excuse me, no more than 2 is permitted. Unlicensed, unregistered motor vehicles.
At this point, but
I can understand that somebody might be working on 3 or 4, but can't one or 2 of them be
Can we classify it differently though?
licensed and registered? How else would you define an abandoned motor vehicle?
I mean, if you have a garage,
If you have, this is outdoors. If you have a garage and they're indoors,
yeah.
none of our business.
commercial garage, not.
Could classify between being solely owned by somebody or they're
Commercial garage.
be more restrictive for businesses than you are for personal or road, being able to see it from the road or not seeing it from the road.
if you can't see it,
A lot of hills around here.
Bury it in the hedgerow, forget about it.
Looking down in it.
then I
You
just figure if you're paying the taxes on your property, and you should be able to do what you want.
Well, I agree with that statement, 'cause I certainly pay enough.
But you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you work, pay your taxes, you pay for the house, and
Then
you want some junk around it.
I'm the last person that wants to junk around my house, don't get me wrong.
Right, I know, you always keep everything.
Bitch him every day about it, but kid has some projects, cars, and yeah, I don't know, tell him he can't have more than 2 cars.
Well, then that statement, then we shouldn't worry about Springbrook Drive. We shouldn't worry about the Grover Milk print.
Well, we haven't, have we? It's not cleaned up, is it? No? So, we can't pick on one if we don't pick on the other, and we're gonna have to hire a person to go around and make sure stuff is all done. If we're gonna treat one, just like you said, setting precedents, we can't, with Bob, we can't, if you're gonna do one, you gotta do them all. And I don't have the time, I don't know about Gary, you, Eleanor, we're gonna have to hire a person to do all that.
A code enforcer.
Yep. So, do we have the money to do that?
I want you to know I've taken people to district justice court on these violations because they are summary offenses. And they come in and they say, oh, please give me more time. Give them a little more time. They still don't correct the situation. So you're back in front of the district justice. The district justice issues a fine. And they still don't clean up.
Well, we did that with Mrs. Parks down there. Give her a fine. She paid $20 a month and she still never cleaned up. So, I don't know.
And you take them to common pleas court to enforce the darn thing. And the only person who shows up is the wife. And she's crying because she didn't put any of that stuff there, It's my husband and my sons. Yeah, I know, but somebody's got to clean it up, man.
Well, we've been how many years trying to do something with Grover Milk Plant. People just quit complaining, I guess, so they figured we're not going to do anything. So.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Preston's place down there, that was a junk hole too. And I have a problem with somebody that's working for a living and got some junk cars around. They're paying their taxes, they're doing everything they can to make a living, and then you pick on them people, and the other people aren't doing a damn thing for a living. And that place down there was a big drug hole. I just don't see how we can do one and not the other. That's my opinion. You know I always have to voice my opinion. I did talk to Tom about getting those cars inside the fence. Well, this spring. Said he was gonna work on it.
I pay no attention, I worry about the roads.
Don't worry about it either much, but
I didn't worry about it. Drove by there 20 times when we was doing that road, but I never paid no attention.
We're kinda hidden up there, especially when the weeds are high.
yeah. You can see them if when the sun's out and when the weeds are dead, you can look by the New Life Church. If you look over, you can see over
Yeah,
top
you
of the
see
fence.
And you can see
Oh, what about the tractor?
I talked to him last week, he had the parts order, and then at that time they didn't come.
Okay.
I went down and looked at it one day.
So that shaft just,
What lines is,
it wasn't anything I did, was it?
no. I think he just got weak and decided to quit.
Well,
It
I'm
was
glad
hot
that,
rod,
I'm glad that did it over there, because you wouldn't be able to go anywhere with it.
Was there anything else, Elmer?
PSTAT's unemployment compensation, they have their group trustees, vote for the 2 people for their executive board. And the only other thing is James Allen has a subdivision on East Canton Crossroad.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Frederickers.
Oh,
Down by the creek.
you say down by the creek?
Behind the house that the Petrowskis have.
They
And
subdivided
Chris
those
Petrowski?
small.
I'm not sure which Petrowski it is, but
Chris.
it's on, when you're going down towards the Manly Blair,
Yeah.
it's on the left.
We used to have a campground.
Oh, that one had
Down by the-
campground, alright.
So there's 2 people for the board of trustees for the PSTATs and voting for both of them.
Who are they? Anybody we know?
Do you know anybody? Clyde Holman and
No.
Andrew Bonnie.
I'd heard of him.
Perry Township and Fayette County and Ryan Township. School company. If you want to deal with it, go right ahead. That looks familiar.
Do we need Arnie anymore?
No, we're done. I think the meeting's done.
You're dismissed.
Okay. Is there any college football on tonight?
I don't watch it too late.
it.
My grandson plays flag football, that's enough.
There you go.
All right, have a good evening, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you, Arnie.
Thank you.
So are you gonna advertise for road foreman position?
Not a foreman, labor,
Okay,
but he's gonna be the foreman,
okay.
as far as I know. He don't have to be. He is right now.
Performance himself. Skilled laborer, I guess.
Class A.
I'm going to copy and paste whatever we advertised for before.
Well, you can drive the dump truck with a Class B if you can't haul the
Can't haul the
trailer.
trailer.
So if it come right down to it and we needed a Class B, you know, if that's all we got,
Right.
then we couldn't do
Make
that.
that work.
Because you don't haul the trailer in the winter, do you?
No.
And not every day.
Only we would, if something broke or something like that, would be the only way we'd haul the trailer in the winter. But yeah, I'm sure that trailer's heavy enough. You gotta have an 80 to drive that.
I think it's 26,000.
I think so.
The only other thing real quick, just statement, I guess, Mark Hoffman, from Union Township, Your Way Disposal, garbage. Fowler,
Yeah,
wanted to know about permitting. I told him to check with the county because we don't have any permitting. And Paul and Pam Pidco about their yard,
it's not our problem.
cleaning out the creek. Did somebody contact the county conservation district? My contact's left.
I would tell them to contact them.
Okay, isn't that up to each homeowner? That's what it was. Years ago, I remember
Yeah,
every homeowner has to have a permit to do any work.
We'll go to, in the creek, yes.
I mean, it's been a problem down there for years.
Mm-hmm.
Always will be. I don't care. They can clean the creek out if they want, but it's only gonna take so much water.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a house right next to in the floodplain, like, you're gonna get flooded sooner or later.
Sooner or later it's gonna happen.
They said that they talked to, Yaw and Outlet's offices. And they want to put fill in the yard to use it. And they also want to put children at play signs on that end of the street.
That's up to us.
I suggested the small child sign for now.
We put them up at on our road several years ago.
They
No,
do.
they don't see it.
They put them up on crew ball, both ends of windfall with, it don't matter, people still go 60 every day, same people.
Yep.
Same people go 25, but the same people
I
go
almost
60.
rear-ended a car tonight coming home, right over there on Newell Road. All at once he slammed his brakes on, put his turn signal on to turn into Newell Road, and there was cars coming the other way.
Mm.
And I slammed the brakes on. Granddaughter, she rolled off on the floor.
Hmm.
And the other one says, "Grandpa, what are you doing?" I go, "Well, it's either do that or we're gonna hit that car." I was probably from here to that wall away from it when I got stopped.
That is such a bad spot. That's where that lady died last
Yeah.
year too. Anybody who thinks-
Well, it would have been one thing if he'd have put his turn signal on
Yeah, exactly.
ahead of time,
Yeah.
but he slammed the brakes on, put his turn signal on, then he couldn't turn, and
And everybody messed up.
oh, well, I got stopped. That's all that matters.
Well, if nothing else, I declare the meeting closed.